So we're now moving on to the X factors to watch the semifinals. First one, si Ralph Koo. I said that he was an X factor. He needs to get it going in order for Ginebra to get win number 2 here in the series, or at least, like win the series to move on to the finals. Their rookie has to be there, has to be involved, play at least 30 minutes and get the shots up.
Oh hell yeah! Dude, if Ralph Koo is able to make his shots and pass the ball to the level that he can, Ginebra will have a decent chance. I'll have a good chance of winning those games. Kasi it opens up a lot. It opens up way more than the isolation game of Christian Sanhardinger. It opens up so much more. So I think Ralph Koo is a good X factor in that regard. Brandon Bates.
Brandon Bates. Okay.
Brandon Bates.
Okay. I didn't have it on my list. Sabi ko Mario naman will cover it. Sakto. So, I didn't put him on my list eh. Kasi sabi ko baka si Mario meron.
Yes, and I can explain this in exactly this. Christian Sanhardinger will not be stuck this series. Pero Raymond Almazan will get tired defending C-stand. So will Norbert Torres. And if Raymond Almazan and Norbert Torres are not able to provide offensively, mahihirapan yun. So Brandon Bates needs to just provide those minutes na nahihirapan na si C-stand or nabibigyan na ng pahinga si Raymond or si Norbert or si Cliff. Nabibigyan na ng pahinga silang tatlo. If he's able to provide positive minutes allowing for yung main big nila to rest, Meralco can easily win this series.
Yeah, and Brandon Bates has been, yung size niya talaga, and the extra offensive rebounds that he gets for Meralco. Ayan, laki niyang tao. And that's a soft touch. She has good touch inside the paint, and you can see that Ginebra's having a hard time gathering the rebounds whenever he's there inside. My next one is Adrian Nocum. I need to see increased minutes for Nocum. You want, again, sinabi mo, building on what you said, you need speed. You need to capitalize on the fast break points if you want to beat a team like SMB that loves to set it up and play through Junmar. So if you're making Junmar run, getting him tired, and I think Adrian Nocum could be the start of that, the head of the snake when it comes to their offense. And let the rookie loose, diba?
Hmm.
And he could change the series.
Doesn't play well. At least he's able to gain playoff experience. Because either way naman, most probably SMB is gonna win anyway. If he does play well and you guys are able to steal a few games, and you guys won a few games, you feel that parang win at this point if you're Yang Yao, Coach Yang, you it's a win-win for you if either happens. Kaya yung maging CJ Perez, maybe not to the star power of CJ.
Mapalaki mo na siya ng katawan though, because
I got Japet Aguilar. I know he's still considered a star in the PBA today, pero I still think he's the X factor is an X factor in this. Kasi pag nagising si Japet, mahihirapan sa loob ang Meralco. Meralco isn't the best three-point shooting team in the league. They drive to the rim and they take mid-range shots. If Japet Aguilar can at least influence one of those two, that can help Ginebra's defense. And at the same time, on the offensive end, pag si Japet nakakakuha ng kumpiyansa sa opensa, maganda yung nilalaro niya. He can hit his jumpers, he can drive to the rim. So, I think if Japet can wake up, kayang-kaya ng Ginebra bumawi.
My next one from SMB is Terence Romeo. He's already getting his points, right? But it's a matter of controlling him. Kasi meron times he keeps dribbling, nasisira yung flow ng SMB. So it's just a matter of trying to get him into play within the style of SMB. So I feel like Terence Romeo, if he's more chill, more playing within the flow, it's the games moving forward will be blowouts. Romeo can sometimes be a source of turnovers for SMB or some wild shots that don't make sense with 14 seconds remaining, right?
I call it the bench.
But the unit,
Trilliano, Romeo, and Cruz. I didn't even include Mo Tautua in that. If those three continue to literally just be these pang-starters naman yung tatlong yun eh. If those can continue to play off the bench the same way they have been, providing si Don, naka 17 points din yan. Si Terence averaging around 14-15. Si Jericho, intensity, he's not scoring, but Jericho's doing a lot of other things. That's game. Factor of Jin will probably be Stanley Pringle. If Scotty and Mav are still gonna continue to struggle, Stanley is gonna have to be the X factor in this, in that he has to provide the offense, which he has been doing, kaya Ginebra is able to kind of stay in the same level against Meralco. So Stanley Pringle can continue to show out while the other two are not showing out. Kaya mo na lang Ginebra. Now, if you get all three at the same time, I think Ginebra easily takes that.
Ito yung next one ko. I think my last na lang. We shouldn't even be at this. We shouldn't even say this, but come on, Mav. Sasabihin ko na maging X factor ka na lang muna kasi he's underperforming as of the moment. Just perform to your regular season levels, and I think that could swing the series to more in Ginebra's favor. Because you're underperforming right now, Mav. You're a star, and you shouldn't be shooting below 30%. below 25%. That
Labas mo ba yung
kills the
play?
spacing. That definitely kills the spacing for Ginebra because you know that babalik lahat kay C-Stan that none of you guys are shooting your shots. So moving forward, you gotta play to your
Yeah,
standards. At least play to your standards. And then
I think both him and Scotty just
si
go back
Scotty
to
rin
the
eh, no?
of your regular behavior.
So in a way, Ginebra backcourt has to
So,
wake up.
yun lang yun. Yun nga, I think we said kanina, a lot of this could be the fact na Meralco's backcourt
Yeah,
is making
Banquero and
hard
Karam are making hard. Newsome also.
Newsom's a defender, bro.
Di ba?
Quinto's a defender.
Newsome.
Like, they're making it very hard on them to be factors in this series. Pero if they do end up becoming factors, that's when it becomes a big problem. And my last X factor, I'll go back. I think it is Gian Mamuyak and Jonard Clarito. I think those two players, if Gian can continue to play the same way, and he's able to get a bit more support from hopefully the Nokums, hopefully the Karakuts, and Jonard Clarito, we're seeing it, right? We're seeing the progression of Jonard Clarito. He's becoming, his shooting is better. He's driving, magaling siya mag-drive ng basketball. If those two can stay the same way, continue to play the same way, and madadagdagan ng ibang players, Ross can maybe steal one or two.
Clarito had 13 points in the first game, 34 minutes. Game 2, 22 minutes, 4 points. Parang, ba't mo siya tinanggal sa starting lineup? I mean, not Coach Yeng. I don't know what's going on with how, I mean, still a coach, right? But as a fan of watching rain or shine, it doesn't make sense. Diba? For a player, in your head, I'm like, played well. Talo lang by 3. But, biglang bench? Parang, or baka sanay na si Jonard. I don't know.
There has to be something.
There has to be something. There has to be something. Ang sabi ko lang, it kinda messes up with your psyche, even just a bit. I'm sure sabi ni Jonard, hindi, trust ako kay coaching. But maybe in the back of your head, iniisip niya rin yan. Bakit ako sa bench? Kaya ganda-ganda naglalaro ko, TNT pa.
Yeah. Jonard was playing so well against TNT.
Diba? So, kaya I agree on your Clarito. Yung Mamuyak, he's been consistent. So, as he stays as the way that he is right now.
It should be fine. Yeah, but all of this just goes back to the fact that, I think just to summarize it, right? For Meralco, if you can continue to keep the backcourt of Ginebra at bay and keep them stressing, you're gonna win the series. For Ginebra, if you can wake up your backcourt and Japet Aguilar, you're gonna win the series. For SMB, if you wake up and decide to play basketball, you're gonna win this series. And for Ross, if you can get consistent minutes or consistent rotation out of the same players, you can have a decent chance at stealing a few games. That's how I think it'll end up being.
Okay, well, the PBA playoffs has been interesting. I'm really excited. I love how things are going. And the Meralco SMB finals for me.
It's a Meralco SMB. Okay. I see it.
It's Meralco SMB.